Well, hey y'all, it has been a while since I posted a video, especially one with a voiceover. So welcome back if you are returning, and welcome if you are a new viewer. I hope you hit that subscribe button. I love to make cleaning motivation and inspirational homemaking videos for you to get inspired and to just get things done around your home as well. And in today's video, I just have a simple Sunday morning / afternoon day here. I'm just cleaning up some dishes from breakfast here, and then a little bit later we are going to repot my tomato plant that I grew in my let pot system, the hydroponic system that I shared in a few videos back in March or April, I can't remember which one, but I will link that video up in the cards for you if you want to check it out. It is just amazing. The tomato plant is thriving now, but it was not thriving very well when I first put it in the new home that it's in. So you will see that here soon. But how is everybody doing? I know it, like I said, it has been a while since I have posted a video. I am just living my life. I keep saying the word just, but I'm living my life these days and just enjoying my homemaking when I get to do it when I'm not working. So I do have a full-time job. I work from home. I've been working at this job for 13 years now. This past April is when I hit my 13-year anniversary, which just astounds me. Like, how have I been with that company for 13 years? It's just really cool. Like, even the place that I used to work at before then, I was there for just shy of 7 years, actually. So I tend to stick around, I tend to just like what I do and I stick to it, and that's okay. So yeah, this is just a nice little Sunday morning, just getting all the dishes done. And another thing that we're gonna do is, if you remember my thrifting video, the Let's Go Thrifting Together, I got a ton of thrifted flower pots and stuff. So in this video, which I actually filmed this video back in April. So yeah, I've had this one and the next two videos just waiting for me to edit, and I'm trying to get all three of them done all at once so I can just post them consecutively for you. But we are going to finally put my plants, my little seedlings, into those flower pots that I thrifted a few videos back. And some of them, I will tell you, did not make it. So I don't know 100%, well, I have an idea of what happened to them. I think that some of them just don't have good drainage. They're just completely covered at the bottom. They don't have any drainage holes. And I am learning. I'm still a new plant mom over here. I love plants so much, but I'm loving the learning journey here on the plants, and it needs drainage holes. Your flower pots need drainage holes, seriously, or else they will not thrive. However, there have been a couple that are thriving and don't have drainage holes, so that is just super interesting to me. By the way, I have been sick the beginning of this week. Before this video goes live, it's gonna go live on Sunday. What is it? Sunday, today's June 18th, and yesterday, June 17th, I was so sick with a terrible cold, and I'm still getting over it. However, I feel a lot more energized today. Thank God for that. I have prayed about it, and I'm just so thankful that I'm able to do this voiceover for you guys today. So my voice is a little bit off, if you can tell. I'm a little congested still here. But I wanted to knock this voiceover out, and the next one too. So you'll see the next video is no voiceover, actually. It is me talking to the camera, which is something I've been trying this year to help me not have to edit as much, is talking to the camera more instead of doing voiceover. And I actually really like talking to the camera a lot more, because when it's a voiceover, I don't really know what to say sometimes. Does that happen to any of you other ladies out there who also YouTube, my YouTube friends? It is difficult to just kind of figure out what you want to say. It's it's like, oh, yep, here I am, I'm cleaning the countertop. That's what I'm doing, but it's definitely self-explanatory. Now, I've mentioned this before in previous videos, but my favorite thing to do when I'm cleaning the kitchen is wiping down the countertops. Maybe it's because it's the last thing that I have to do before I'm done cleaning, or maybe it's just because it's so relaxing almost, and it's just the motion. It's like just really nice, and it's not chaotic feeling as like all the clanging of the dishes and stuff, putting them away, but a nice, relaxing wiping of the counters down. I don't know. Am I weird? I don't know. So I used to think that I'm quite weird, actually. And I feel like I'm bringing my weirdness out in my videos all of a sudden. Especially my last one. If you caught my strawberry cake recipe, or not recipe, but bake with me video where I made a strawberry cake, I felt like I revealed some of my quirkiness, if you will, and my weird traits, because I used to make videos when I was like in middle school. I would film just everything, and some of them were a little strange. Like, I will tell you, I remember grabbing like an old candle box and putting one of my like stuffed animals in it, and then behind the camera I had a glass of water with a straw, and I blew into the straw and made it sound like the stuffed animal was taking a bubble bath. Maybe that's not too weird. It's kind of funny. I mean, I was like 12 at the time, and it's so interesting. I even taught myself how to do stop motion with video without even realizing that was the term. Like, I had seen Gumby and other things like that, which is stop motion, and of course, like a lot of the Tim Burton movies are stop motion as well. But I used to do that, and I would take like my Hot Wheel cars and just move them ever so slightly, and just take like a 1-second clip of them, and then keep moving it like over and over again until I had like a whole string of video together and it looked like the Hot Wheels were moving. So, and I even did it with like my wooden blocks too. It's just so funny. I wish I could go back and watch those. They're on like little VHS tapes. So if I ever get a hold of those, maybe I will put those clips in if I can ever get them like back, get them converted to like a digital format or something. But here we are with my tomato plant in the let pot. Now it has just completely overgrown all the other plants in here. And remember, this was like 2 months ago that I took this out. But when I went to try and take it out, I immediately started regretting my decision. I was like, maybe I should have left this thing in there, because when I go to pull it out, you will see the massive, massive root system that it has become. Like, it was so massive. It was intertwining with all the other plants' root systems as well. And so when I removed it out, I believe that I took some of the root system of other plants out with it accidentally. So I'm sorry about that, little plants. Sorry, I'm sniffling a little bit here, guys. But yeah, that night after I repotted this thing, I regretted it so bad because it looked so awful after I repotted it. It just looked pretty puny, because it was looking super awesome in the let pot system because of, you know, the purified water, and it had lots of nutrients in there. And then you move it at this stage where he's so big, and it like shocks the plant, and it goes into like plant shock syndrome or whatever you want to call it. And see, here he is. He's just so droopy. So I was like, well, what am I going to do with this thing? So I took some twine and wrapped it around the leg of my coffee table here and tried to prop it up. I really need to get one of those tomato plant cage things. I still haven't gotten one yet to this day, 2 months later. But I did, if I can, maybe I can insert a picture here or something of what it looks like. If not, maybe, well, yeah, I might do that. I might have to insert a picture here of what it looks like now, because he's actually growing little baby tomatoes, which I just discovered this week with my son. We were looking at it and I was like, oh my gosh, we have little baby tomatoes. So somehow it overcame the shock syndrome and just thrived and is flourishing and is just amazing. And I'm so happy that it is happy. And it's just, I am so amazed that I'm even growing anything. It's just so cool. I want to grow more. Like this is what I have deemed as my testing year. See if I can even grow things at all. And look at my cucumber plant here. Back 2 months ago, I found out that it had wrapped itself around these little stakes that I had it propped up to. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Like, I didn't even know. They look like little curly cues. It's so cool. Alright guys, it is time to finally use these thrifted pots for their purpose. And that is to plant all my little zinnia and daisy seedlings. Now, the daisy ones are the ones that are not doing so great. I think it's because they needed drainage better. I need to put them in a different pot, so I don't think they're going to make it all the way. However, the one that I plant in my little tiny teapot, oh, I had a little helper here, my daughter. The one that I planted in that little pot that looks kind of like a teapot, not the watering can thing with the heart on it, but the other one that has like the floral prints on it that reminds me of like a teacup actually. That one is thriving and it actually has a bud on it, and I am so excited. I cannot wait to see it bloom. And one of the white pots, one of these, not the big one, but one of the little ones right there, has another zinnia in it, and it also has a bloom. So I have been waiting for 2 months for these things to flower, and they're finally on the brink of it. And I will have to post pictures on Instagram once they actually do bloom, because they are so close. Right now, like I said, today is June 18th, and this video will go live on June 23rd, and I still don't have blooms yet. So whenever I do, go check my Instagram. I'll try to make a post of the zinnia blooms instead of like a story. Maybe I'll do both. That way you can go check it out if you see this video like way in the future after. Now these are the daisies that I'm planting right here, and they still look basically this tiny 2 months later, and I know that is just not right. So but look how tiny my little teacup zinnia is. Oh my goodness, it's just a little baby right there. And now it is huge. How fun and cute are all of these little baby seedlings? Now it is time. Oh, wait a minute. I realized I had one more seedling, so I looked around and luckily I had this extra pot from last year that I bought at the grocery store from a previous flower, so I just planted it right in there. Unfortunately, that one's not doing the greatest either, so oh well. And that one has drainage. Who knows? Maybe it's light. But here we are, they're all planted and ready to go, and on this day it was so nice and warm, I actually put them on the porch and watered them with this cute little thrifted watering can that I found. So cute. And I ended up having to bring them in like that night because I realized it was going to be really close to freezing on this night, but it was so warm during the day. But yeah, I have just been enjoying living life, doing my homemaking thing, and I am posting when I can. And I love making videos. They are so fun and is just so creative for me, and I just love making videos. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by hitting that like button and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.